is high, and unfortunately, so is the cholesterol as we prepare for the alumni game with the Coolidge Bears team and the Coolidge.
You know, that's where you saw the Bears come out victorious with the last inning comeback win, especially against their coach, Coach Rico.
Yeah, it was
Paddock taking the mound. I believe he started things off last year. Was it Fink who ended up starting things off? But they traveled out to Snowflake last year and, you know, got their first action of
game, but nonetheless, this is a very young and exciting core, and I'm ready to see what they do this upcoming spring season.
And it seems like Gregory hasn't lost any speed off of that. Count 2-1.
Just a number, but unfortunately, so is the MPHs behind the pitches. Joining us here in the broadcast, Coolidge Lady Bears basketball team, who is also doing great this year in a league of some may say.
So that's going to bring up 2 outs for the Bears on the top of the order.
Hi. Aiden steps in.
Before we talked about them, they were a very young, inexperienced team, and now they're bringing a lot of depth. I think it's going to be the 3rd out of the inning.
And that'll do it for the young guns as they take the field, and we prepare for some bats by the old head.
Videos from him, and you can see the improvement year to year. I think he was
to grow with us. It's probably been the coolest thing to see, and Patrick has definitely used the varsity breakdown. The coolest thing to see, and Patrick has definitely used the varsity breakdown as like an avenue to
batter. You know something about that, D. You were leadoff as batter. You know something about that, D. You were leadoff as well. Oof, nice.
Against, you don't see that.
Oof, nice.
Against, you don't see that too much in today's game. Things to get things going. So.
Yep, the squeaky wheel.
Today's game, things to get things going. So.
Yep, the squeaky wheel gets the oil, and last.
Things to get things going. So.
Yep, the squeaky wheel gets the oil, and last year the Alumni Bears took a little bit of time to get to turn. And the Alumni Bears took a little bit of time to get to turn, and Coach Justin Rico carrying on the traditions that were important to us, and that's coming back and playing and sharing the knowledge with
ball. A lot of these guys, you know, go to
and sharing the knowledge with
ball. A lot of these guys, you know, go to men's slow pitch softball as
And Aaron, you have been a part of the Coolidge
CUSD for now 11 years.
And how exciting is it for you to not only see the ladies that you coach, but some of the young men that you coach go on and do great, like you have.
And words of encouragement and stuff. It's super cool to see that development that these kids need, and that they and that they definitely cherish and enjoy even when they get to.
Because this is a guy who doesn't seem to age.
Even when they get to.
Because this is a guy who doesn't seem to age as far as baseball
over there. I was like, how far do I?
As far as baseball
over there. I was like, how far do I think they will foul one off?
The first hit for the alumni. The first hit for the alumni.
Oh, well, there goes the no-hitter.
Alumni showing some signs of life here as up to bat.
Hitter.
Alumni showing some signs of life here as up to bat.
That's going to swing and a miss as That's going to swing and a miss as Gomez is going to take second.
Called it.
Second.
Called it.
Bringing the count. And so now this is where if you are the Bears, you got to be able to get this last out. You don't want to give
Last year, showing some maturity this year.
Oh,
And as I
so
say
much
that,
about
Chase. Jeez Louise.
he takes it.
Full-fledged.
Well,
That is a mature beard. Oh, yeah, right up there. Look at it. Look at it.
and that's going to get down
Does
for
he got the
the
wheels for it
first
too?
run.
Like an old Studebaker, and it takes a while to get going, but once it gets going, it's hard to stop.
steam engine.
Oh, he's taking feeling it. Oh, he's taking feeling it.
Alumni take the early lead as Patrick gets ready to fire one in.
And Fink is taking off, and he slides, not knowing.
Probably this alumni is going to need some afterwards.
But you mentioned it earlier. He's one of those guys that play.
And, you know, a lot of these guys not only play locally but travel around as well. So I don't know how much shape that.
Now we get to say it, but round is the shape, brother.
So 3-0 on the count. He played in our age group as well. I believe class of 08. He played in our age group as well. I believe class of 08. And by Fink, and it's going to sail over the head.
Yeah, Fink is.
But they're going to hold.
Look at that beautiful beard.
I'm telling you, it's a leak. I can't get my mustache connect. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. They said Buddy could have hit the broadside of a barn. Oh. Runner's still on second and third, but situational awareness, and I'm pretty sure Coach.
For strike 3 and out number 2.
Uh-oh. Buddy with the. Buddy just wanted to make. Surprised I can't see my breath.
Keeping it low there. Let's see if he goes high on this next one.
Change the eye level. I learned.
Giving out warnings here.
Here we go. See some of the players. It's hard to see who's who without their jerseys and the.
Yeah, they don't have numbers to 3 outs.
And as I was talking about that's the keys of elevating your game as a baseball team is to be able to score a few runs out of that, and the Bears come up with 0.
Plenty of time left in this game. Let's see if they're able to capitalize on any mistakes that the alumni make.
They're going to keep Patrick Perez out there for another inning. We're going to get a little rotation as far as the defensive side. And so, Aaron, as we got a little break right now, your girls basketball team, man, I've been seeing your posts lately. I know we haven't been able to get out there for a game yet, but how's that progress been going? I've been seeing a huge leap, you know, from year to year with your girls squad, year in a row. But what's different between the past 2 years with your team?
I think it's continuing to get more and more buy-in. You know, for the first time, like I think we have 25 girls, top to bottom, JV and varsity, and you know that's a huge amount of numbers. I was actually able to compete in multiple fall leagues this year, so it's just the complete buy-in year-round as opposed to just as soon as the season starts. And
the champions are made in the off-season. What are some of the most memorable tournament games that you remember?
We participated in the GC3 Fall League, and we were facing some top-level competition over there. And winning that championship was just, like, hey, like, timeout, this is what we're going to do. And they actually adhered and they got to it. So just that thinking on the fly stuff was, and just for them chance to show off their skills made it awesome.
Be seeing a basketball Lady Bears version of an alumni.
To coaching and things like that, the administration has done a good job of making sure that we have that avenue. They're going to be such a huge backseat to the Awesome Boys program. It's going to be equal with them.
To 2-2, and Patrick.
You mute my mic?
And Patrick's going to want to get the strikeout here, especially.
Pretty good to me.
How do you like not having to have that duty of calling balls and strikes, especially with the competitiveness from the Bears and the alumni, as Noah's going to go down for strike 3 in the first out of the inning?
I mentioned it earlier. It's a great way of relief off my shoulders that I don't have that stress on me. But it was fun. I think with some of the parents here, giving me quote unquote a hard time on some of the calls I made. It was fun, and it sucks that some of those parents aren't here this time. But that's the thing that you come to terms with when you start their lives elsewhere. And you mentioned him earlier, like Salim Sesma. He is doing a great job at Ripon playing football, and it would have been great to see him out here on the alumni side. But it's those moments like that where you get to mention people that have gone on to do greater things that make you happy about doing this.
On the count. Right.
Pretty low.
Might have to have a little intermission, dust off the mound there. I'm sorry, home plate. Oh, take that back. So it must be 3-1 on the count.
Yeah, it's 3-1 now. He just got a little. And there's ball 4.
And so if you're going, you're playing a familiar face, is it an advantage for the hitter or for the pitcher when it comes to?
I would say that you have to give the slightest advantage to the pitcher because you kind of have an idea of what this guy's going to swing at, what he likes, and if the young Bears will show some life here.
Cody. And here, situational awareness is going to be key, especially if Cody's able to put the ball in play. As the alumni is looking for a ball. It's a hit and run.
Off the heel.
And that's going to drive in a run for the alumni. Second run come across.
And the second Gomez to come up to bat for the alumni.
But you know what?
We're good.
Bless you.
Thank you.
But this is how things started off last year. It took the Bears a little while as Patrick's going to give David a little bit of that. There it is. But as I was saying, the alumni definitely got for another base hit for the alumni.
Love looking at the style choices of the alumni.
He's going to draw the count to 1-1.
And another big swing by Mr. Heat. Puts him down in the count. Ooh.
Well, overall, what are you thinking about the performance so far with Patrick Perez up on the mound?
So far, so overall, I'm loving what I'm seeing. I think that this is going to be a really good year for Coolidge baseball. I wouldn't be surprised if they only have single-digit losses this season.
Competitive region where, you know, a lot of those losses, as we're going to get a steal on the play, but another bad throw, which is going to to the top of the third, and the Alumni adding another run to go up 2-0. But as I was saying, and it seems like that this year they could definitely
Coolidge so resilient is their ability to fight back against those teams and ultimately just put on a show. For a while there, we had a stronger team, and that's what Coolidge Bears baseball is all about.
Trevor Fink taking the mound for the Alumni for the third inning. They're going to go through quite diz later on in the game. Remember, Coach Rico came in to try to close things down, and it didn't seem to work out. But there was a couple of bad plays, and I'm in there at that one as well, playing first base. Not makes for good baseball.
Absolutely.
A team is never out of it until that final out.
Couple of swings, or
I might get out there later on in the game. We'll see. I mean, right now I'm enjoying just watching.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
You gotta love the
camaraderie.
Yes, out of the
some people call it trash talk. We call it clear.
Any quotes for the fans out there?
What's that?
Any quotes for the fans out there, the millions and millions watching?
Reminded of that, especially when I walk into Garrett Motors just down the road from us. You know, fingers that are still in place.
Right. You got 10 for a reason.
And 2 up and 2 down for Fink. We had extra personnel out on the field.
Didn't have he was not properly equipped. That's all it was.
Safety first here in the neighborhood.
I thought it was out in Tucson, so I was going to try to get home for that one, but
Nope, home game tonight.
oh, ahead 3-1.
What does Fink look like he does for a living? Yeah, looks good.
On it then, huh?
Yeah, well, it'll be ready for the first game, but there's a few more things. They gotta, the mounds will be clay, home plate area will be clay. And then we're supposed to get a turf halo around home plate.
Well, let's go. Upgrades over here at Coolidge High School next year, right?
Mm-hmm. And then another thing in the next upcoming year.
If that happens, I will definitely be coming back a couple of times throughout the course of the year, wouldn't you say, Luke?
Yeah,
It's just a matter of getting, it's not just a plug and play thing. You have to dig the ground and get the thing we, as the IT department, want to do, because it'd be cool to stream all the games. I stream.
Without a doubt. Get a couple of different camera angles out here for sure, as now we're going to have the 2 pitchers we're getting right now, you know, Patrick Perez, 8th and Alpha, is 2 guys who, how should that impact, you know?
I think that they have a really good opportunity of being just that, a 1-2 punch. If they can keep it civil between themselves and try to see who can be the leader, I think this will be a good opportunity for them both to shine. And I
All right, we're going to have
in the batter's box, not really a whole Ethan fires, puts it in the dirt, unfortunately, for a ball. And in the on-deck circle.
Some of my most favorite lines that we still use today.
To this day.
As Chief's going to put it in play, Maurice Glass is going to 2 out of the 4 years that Lupe and I both played.
Okay.
So many. By the infield.
And the players are taking a chance to get back at their former coach, telling them they need to run that out. You know, practice.
You know what this Coolidge Bears team can do as far as maybe laying down some bunt. 18 years old. That's going to be ball 4. Player just here recently who has now joined the alumni crew.
Troy Davis. Troy Davis.
You know, getting to
Like what?
you know, getting to
Like what? Are they? Are they just? You think they're just not instructed?
you know what that and
You think they're just not instructed?
you know what that and you know if you are a pitcher out there, you do want to keep the runners on. So I'd like to there. You do want to keep the runners on. So I'd like to
Safe.
and that's going to be ball 4. Runners on first and third. But you know, I mean, you as a coach, you want to be able to have your players. Am I wrong, coach? You want to be able to have your players. Am I wrong? To be able to
Make their own.
to be able to
Make their own decisions.
Yeah, make their own decisions. Just knowing what to do. And I think as a pitcher, you gotta be able to throw a little pickoff from time to time. So
I do know that like Little League is just full of stolen bases and errors.
as Jacob Gomez is up to bat, and he's gonna foul that one off.
I think one of the coolest.
He's gonna foul that one off.
I think one of the coolest things, like you guys mentioned earlier, and I'm just really another stolen base and
Bad throw's gonna drive in a run. Absolutely right. Like I think that's the joy of it, is being able to still come back from time to time and be able to play in this game. How were you? See you. Oh no. I eighth in.
Better get there, Jacob. And he does.
As that's gonna be barely gonna make it over there, trying to stay on his feet. But you know what? I think that's the difference. You see between the younger alumni. And it looks like Troy's gonna get back in there. In time.
Runners both in scoring position.
As Troy's gonna come home and almost came up a little bit short there, but still you break a little bit short there, but still you break a finger sliding into a base because
that sounds like PTSD.
Happened when he was sliding into home plate.
That sounds like PTSD.
Happened when he was sliding into home plate. He basically had to swim to touch, and he was saved nonetheless. Shout out JD. Swim to touch, and he was saved nonetheless. Shout out JD.
You know, Crush, Crush, his personality and everything, being able to control, and those are the things that I control, and those are the things that I was talking about, where the Bears are going to need to improve on. You got to be able to knock down the ball and at least keep the runner at third. But as I was saying, how can that impact
whenever they do make mistakes. Okay, so we're trying to get an interview here with Coach Luis Gomez to get him on mic and
on the baseball field. He was an understudy of mine when I was playing. An understudy of mine when I was playing. He, I'm not gonna say he looked up to me, but he.
the time when I came in thinking that, oh man, third base is mine, and here comes this freshman kid with red. The time when I came in thinking that, oh man, third base is mine, and here comes this freshman kid with red hair that I've never seen in my life. Seen him throw gas, and I was like, man, I'm going back to that hair that I've never seen in my life. Seen him throw gas, and I was like, man, I'm going back to Jay.
Oh, gotta love the comedy.
Works.
Yeah,
hey,
works
it
for
sure
me.
Does.
Works for me. It's all about chemistry.
All
and
right.
I failed that.
Let's see if the Bears can get something going here, as that's going to be low for ball one.
Oh, look at the chain on this. The chain on this. Look at the chain.
Hey, that's the thing, you know, nowadays. The chains, the earrings, all that stuff that we couldn't use or have out on the field is now acceptable in today's game.
You know? Look good, feel good, play good.
Yeah.
Shout out Coach Prime.
The drip is important.
That's nasty.
Yeah, he is. And the shoes are my favorite. They got the cleats on. Yeah.
And just try to give them something they can put in play.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know how many batters the pressure on the as Rage gets to the first base. So hopefully.
Yeah, no, absolutely right here. And you know what? This is where if I'm trying to get something going, me as a, you know, or if not, we're going hit and run.
No.
As Fink is going to keep them honest. Take a look at first. But right here, you know what? I'm waiting for him to throw me a strike. I'm still in the runner, dropping down the bunt.
See.
Style.
And then the runner on first has to put a little pressure on it, as he does.
Oh, no.
The runner on first has to put a little pressure on it, as he does.
Oh, no. Not sure if that was a ball or not, but they're going to advance to second and third.
Oh.
Got a
And
little
now,
excited.
now you have going to advance to second and third.
Oh.
Got a
And
little
now,
excited.
now you have runners,
Got a
and
little
now,
excited.
now you have runners in scoring positions with no outs. In scoring positions with no outs.
Nope. Nope.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's going to be a pass ball, and it looks like it's going to be the first.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's going to be a pass ball, and it looks like it's going to be the first run for the Bears.
Told you.
First run for the Bears.
Told you.
As they are on the board now with the on a 3-1 count. You know what? On a 3-1 count, you know what? That's, I think, the hardest thing for a 1 count. You know what? That's, I think, the hardest thing for a batter is to first the beard, now the hair. He does not seem to escape.
Chief can hold the Coolidge Bears.
He does not seem to escape.
Chief can hold the Coolidge Bears in check. In check.
And Trevor Davis is going to be the amount of people that are coming. I was like, Trevor Davis is going to be the amount of people that are coming. I was like, I don't want to wait in line for, you know, some hermanos.
About baseball, I believe that
we'll have to get we'll have to get Juan over here, you know, to talk about the development over here in Coolidge now with the young Bucks.
yes. Yes.
got a former player of ours right here.
We showed we still got game.
Yes.
Let's just hope we can hold on to the later innings because that's where our age really shows.
Yes.
That's where our age really shows.
Yes, and that's what we were talking about. A lot of small ball, I think. Yes, and that's what we were talking about. A lot of small ball, I think. The most
Eye on the ball. Rico. Eye on the ball. Rico's doing a good job with the hitting practice. I was doing a good job with the hitting practice. I believe if they just stay focused, they don't get anxious about the fundamentals come down to everything. As it comes to later in the season, when the innings get later, because me and him, we still stay active, we still go to the gym, but I'm lacking on my running, and I saw it right there running the bases, and I saw it right there running the bases, and
the fourth.
They were too happy with the umpire's decision in those or running the bases.
I think there's the same dirt from last year. The ball, something's going to come apart.
It's time to start stretching.
So, sponsored by some sunflower seeds over there, Frito-Lay. Year-round, it seems like.
Right.
So, crazy to see him as all seniors now. Because when we started, he just went back, I believe, this past week.
Yep.
So he was down on break. There's some places I do not want to be, and that's one of them.
Second short is where I'll probably be at.
There we go.
Preferably.
You'd be surprised, man. There's more left-handed hitters these days.
I think I've seen one.
I was going to say, I think.
Nope. Right field covering first. That was my job.
Ooh, nice cut. 2.
Yeah, I'm biding my time. If I can find. Yeah, I'm biding my time. If I can find.
Or paddock. Man, I remember that was my coach. in Little League.
Oh.
So 2 up.
I was like, oh.
So 2 up.
I was
and
like,
2
you're
down
asking
for
you're asking
for 8th in right now. For 8th in right now.
Were the 3 freshmen that made varsity.
Yep.
And just being on that team that year was just something.
Yep.
And just being on that team that year was just something else, man. It made baseball fun. It was.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that might have been the playoffs.
Yeah.
In the playoffs.
Yeah,
I didn't know that because I didn't know that because I can think of
Baseball is a different beast when it comes to. Baseball is a different beast when it comes to it. It doesn't just take a lot of talent. It takes, it doesn't just take a lot of talent. It takes, Justin out there catching.
Had Cody.
Justin out there catching.
Had Cody.
Cody Rowe, yep. Jeez, that wooden bat and just.
Oh.
Jeez, that wooden bat and just.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I remember because Yeah, no, I remember because he was in the
second. Oh man.
He was in the
second. Oh man. Old Chief coming out for another inning. So do you think that another inning?
Yes. Yes.
Got a little visit from Coach Hernandez. Out on the football, so you. Aaron's gonna get us flagged, playing music. There we go. Oh, nice off speed. Oh, nice off-speed pitch there. It's going to be pitch there. It's going to be strike 3. And
What are we at the top of the 5th?
top of the
What are we at the top of the 5th?
top of the 5th. It's flying by. Are they doing 7 or are they doing?
The alumni, everybody a chance to bat once at least. So now, everybody a chance to bat once at least. So now.
How many alumni do we got?
And there's Ethan who's going to put it.
How many alumni do we got?
And there's Ethan who's going to put it out into the gap. Let's stand up triple.
That was a good hit.
That's what, and like I said, you'll see the players that. You'll see the players that have been playing in the off
teams that he's played for, different highlights.
And why not get a stand-up triple against your? Former teammate?
Yeah.
So, So, Pappin, you try and drive the ball to the outfield? Or you trying to put some in play on the ground?
In-game situation, I'll put some in that runner in.
Yeah, because that's what Lupe and Aaron and I have been talking about. Is having those small things that I've.
So if they're going to if they're from the Coach Kent Murphy School of Baseball, they don't bunt. Important, especially for creating easy runs.
I remember in high school that was one thing we always practiced.
I'm gonna drop one down.
Practice.
I'm gonna drop one down later. They just don't know it.
Now they know it.
Hey, it's okay.
Now they know it.
Hey, it's okay. Hopefully, Maurice Glass is at third. I want to see if he can throw me out or not.
Oh.
That's a nice strike. It's gonna escape Chief, but good backup there.
If Rico can fold again.
And then you got Maurice Glass up, so even to get on, as there's gonna be a little dinker. It's gonna be going. I know he's dwindling things down to his top 3, so we'll see where he ends up playing next year. But wants to close things out playing baseball. I know it's another love of his. So 1-0 on the count. Thinking fastball.
Yep.
Ooh, burned it by him.
Heels of the outfield, getting some.
Something in the gap?
Yeah, something in the gap.
So what do you think? You want to come broadcast a couple of games?
I ain't got much to do.
Yeah, we're looking for cameraman. Like, we can put you on a third headset here, like Aaron.
I don't mind coming out.
You know what? And it's fun, man. Especially like being there, seeing some of the kids out here, and they really enjoy it. So that's all we're trying to provide.
Is Maurice doing the Juan Soto thing?
Dropping down a little bit. Yeah, call him strikes when the ball hit home plate.
Mm-hmm.
That thing would hit home plate, bounce into the glove right at center. He's called a strike.
It's called a bounce.
Here you got to have the hit, put it in play. And that's going to be ball 4 as their runner's going to come home, and they'll get.
Oh, and he's stealing. He's catching him slipping. Oh.
Got him out at second, but not before the run scores. As now the Bears cut the lead 3-2. But that's just me talking as a former player. That's it.
I think I didn't get the chance to see, but he may have hesitated coming around first, and then he saw the opportunity. If he committed from an earlier standpoint, I think he's there because we know that Maurice has some wheels on him.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think for himself to develop the confidence in turning that corner because his speed is a game changer on the football field and on the baseball diamond. So if he turns that corner and says, "Yep, I'm going," he gets it.
Absolutely, you know, and I think that can be an advantage for the Bears this year is the ace.
Okay.
You're going to have Eric Garcia coming up to bat again.
Right at 11, so I had to put my name at the very bottom. But if I bat again, if I don't, hey.
So currently we have 4-3. No, 4-3.
4-3. 4-3.
Double checking the scores there. Let's see where. I wonder if the food is done.
If it is, we're not getting any.
We got Twin. Twin?
Oh, but if we know Twin, he's a softball dad. You know, he's a softball guy, been for years. Ball one.
Well, you're going to have to hop back on here in a little bit. Yeah, because I'm ready.
But we've been at.
And
been
he's
wanting
going to
it.
beat it out. See, the little things.
Scores 3-4 now?
3-4, yes, sir. I know you've been putting in the order over there at Mono's food truck. It's already provided, but not by the Varsity Breakdown. We're on a budget.
Yep.
I'm gonna say is Hueros Hermanos or Hermanos Hueros is elite Mexican food. They have stamp of approval.
And Aaron, you nice hit by Gregory.
Oh yeah.
And he got him out at first as the runner advances to second.
And Aaron, I was saying you are a food.
I want to get something heavy on my stomach so I can take a big old nap after running around. So yeah, you can get me go to Hueros, get.
Oh, and you got Garcia taking off.
So who's an all-time wrestler as well. So the names that Coolidge has in the wrestling books is
it's crazy, right? And right here, if you're the pitcher, you cannot give him something over the plate. You give him something.
All the Sunnyside grades.
Aaron's number 2 or
Aaron is number 3. I knew it was something around there. I'm double pickle.
Let's see what they're going to do. Eric's coming in to score, and he's going to get in to try and get the runner back to third. That's the ultimate goal. To try to get the runner back to third. As we got a pop-up. As we're going to get a balk.
Oh.
And the runner's going to go to third.
Is that the first balk call? Ryan Reyna watches that one go by as it flies. Ryan makes contact, hits it right to AAA. AAA to the first baseman. Score is now 5-3. Alumni holding a 2-point lead over the young Coolidge Bears team. And if my eyes do not deceive.
You don't need to catch his glove. Use your hand.
Aaron, I know that you've been talking about your team ad nauseum with us, but
There's such thing as too much talking about my team. The importance of the games that we've been playing. Push Ridge being, I think, ranked number 1 or 2 or 3 in 3A.
New position for you, huh?
Yes. Yep.
Excited for it?
Yes.
There we go.
Waiting a long time for it, brother.
Oh,
listening to a little bit of the behind-the-scenes debate over what food is going to be enjoyed here.
yeah, I think I'm gonna go. Them gotta be some of the tastiest nachos I've had. Yeah. Always. So what do you think? Look at the classic title now.
Now it is. It has to be.
And he's going to get his first strikeout.
This young Bears team, they can't be afraid to go out there and play this game against grown men. They just got to go out there. This young Bears team, they can't be afraid to go out there and play this game against grown men. They just got to go out there and have fun.
Kind of play their ball and making the decisions themselves. As DJ's going to have his count go to 3-0. That the Bears need to work on in order to grow as a team is you haven't seen a strikeout. If it's not, you're right there on first, allowing your team to come up and back you up.
In the foot.
Especially those high fastballs. Those are, ones that people like to lay off of. All right, fielder's going to come down. It looks like Brown's out there to get it. And a quick 1-2-3 from the
How does it feel to this third game going and watching people that you played with watch grow?
Guys that have played before us or after us, they've all had different coaches. So just different coaching situational awareness. Pickles, rundowns, pickoffs. More, which we got to be consistent with the last couple of years. I've tried to be consistent with the last couple of years. I've tried to really.
Is there anybody on this squad that you're looking to most to take that leadership role? We talked about Eighth, and we talked about Patrick, and we hope that those two could be a positive.
Brings energy of his own, and he's more of a
leader by example.
Yes, exactly.
Leader by example.
Yes, exactly. Ethan is a leader by example. Patrick's more vocal. So they kind of just feed off of each other.
And speaking of vocal, you lost a big vocal piece in Crushy P last year.
It wasn't a bad thing, but there are ups and
it would have been nice to see him out here. It would have been nice to see him out here and to hear his opinions on what this other team on these values to this next group of kids that will eventually be doing the same.
Appreciate that. Yeah, that's a big thing. One thing me and my boys have a great relationship. And I'm there for them at all times. All they have to that year anyways. There for them at all times. All they have to that year anyways, and the coach that year just ended up not being able to do it. So I jumped on board, and the coach that year just ended up not being able to do it. So I jumped on board and took it over. And just throughout the day, they think that, oh, I want to be a Coolidge Bear one day. Took it over, and just throughout the they think that, oh, I want to be a Coolidge Bear one day. Well, I want to be a Coolidge Bear one day. Well, now these kids that we're watching right now, I threw around the idea of coming sticking with, and the boys loved it.
Yeah, I feel like it definitely sticks every time when I hear. Yeah, I feel like it definitely sticks every time when I hear the neighborhood, whether it be in a Chili's, the neighborhood, whether it be in a Chili's. The ability to maintain isn't going to be that hard.
Right.
The ability to maintain isn't going to be that hard.
Right. No, it's the evolution of. No, it's the evolution of. As our field, it's awesome to have a field where, hopefully, we don't have to worry. Don't move it on and end up in the kid's neck, or move it on and end up in the kid's neck, or things like that. I mean, I have to give it to our grounds crew. Things like that. I mean, I have to give it to our grounds crew. They do an amazing job. They do an amazing job.
Much of your time, but again, bro, thank you for inviting your time. But again, bro, thank you for inviting us out here to not only stream the game but participate. It means a lot to the both of us. Not only being, it means a lot to the both of us. Not only being with everybody else, it's amazing. With everybody else, it's amazing.
I agree. I appreciate you guys and all you guys do. I agree. I appreciate you guys and all you guys do. I told you guys whenever you guys first started a few years ago. That it was super ago. That it was super.
Come a long way since, and again, I give you all the props. Long way since, and again, I give you all the props because it is well deserved, and I can't wait to see what you guys do this year.
I appreciate it. Thank you,
All
sir.
right, Coach. Good luck. Can't wait to see what you guys do this year.
I appreciate it. Thank you,
All
sir.
right, Coach. Good luck. Batter's box is Chief. Looking to put one in the housing development.
The physical therapy. Hey, puppy. Thought I heard some. Hey, puppy. Thought I heard some.
Warning track as Chief reaches second base and drives in Mr. Heat. Another run.
Back of my neck burning.
Keeping a close eye on Coach KK Luna as he is in the batter's box, trying to extend the lead here for the Alumni. Pitch is low. We'll see if Mr. Guevara takes it easy throughout the entirety of the game.
Cheese, Danny. Got a little cheese, Danny. So Daniel in right field, ready, stretched out, good to go. Coach Luis Gomez is on the mound. They're going to deal with a little bit more heat and left-handed power.
Dave and Buster's.
You know.
So what time do you have to start getting ready for your game?
The freshman boys are getting ready to play right now. I always go. And then I go get changed, ready for my game, write up the game plan. Game starts at 5:30.
And is it usual for many games to happen over the weekend for basketball?
Not really. We got a couple of them. I mean, it all based on how athletic use. Like, I'd rather do a Saturday game than a back-to-back because we had a big game on Thursday, and it would have stunk to go 2 huge important games, one after the other, and then we breather.
Who's that against?
Valley Christian.
No.
So we were facing number 9 seed.
And another strike. And how's that community involvement for the lady games? I know that.
Oh, it's crazy. It's like they're definitely rallying behind us, and it's so cool to see. There's times where we'll face some teams from the north, and they rally behind their girls' programs, more than their boys' programs. And like we went to Alchese, and that gym was completely packed. And then we left, came back for the boys' game, and half the people had left. It's like it's weird. And then same thing for the Monument Valley game. We faced Holbrook, we faced Ganado. I'm trying to schedule as many games against because that's where everybody says that the 3A runs through is through the north and the east. And so I wanted to get as many games against them as possible.
And in the many wins that you have had this season so far, what has been either the most surprising or the most gratifying win for you so far?
I really think the Seton win this last week was really, really important because Coach Karen Self is the all-time winningest coach in Arizona history. She has like 834 wins, and she's still going strong. She still coaches her heart out. And for us to go over there and go up against such a well-developed coach and a well-developed program and go into their place and bring home a dub was pretty cool. Having Monument Valley come down here and them being such a big team with a big fan base come down here and pack our round was super nice.
And how does it feel when you get to play those schools like Monument Valley earlier? A lot of those native school teams that have that rich love for the game of basketball. How do you get your players in the correct mindset to go into territory like that and prepare for what's going to be a really tough game?
I think the main thing is just, I don't play it down, but I tried to make sure that the game stays the same. Like it's, just because there's 1,000 more people in the crowd doesn't mean that the game changes. The way we play doesn't change, and we definitely have to stay focused. Don't get rattled because, again, it's very easy to be overwhelmed by such an enormous crowd. So we can't let the crowd get into it. We have to have, it's our squad against the entire crowd. It doesn't matter, and I'll take us against anybody, even with the disadvantage of the crowd not being on our side. Got a pinch runner, Maurice Glass. Wants to show off the speed against Coach Gomez. Coach Gomez stares him down like, challenge me, I dare you. Yeah, no, tonight the Pushridge game is going to be, it's going to be a good one. We got to bring home the dub.
Oh. Nice contact there.
Oh. Jacob does not play right. Daniel, he took a little pepper off it, didn't want to hurt.
Nonetheless, Daniel getting his first bit of action of the game. And Aaron, I got to ask you, because I've never really got to ask you this question, and it could be seen as a bit personal, but how does it feel to come to a city that you moved to in your middle school years, and now you're such a staple here that when people think basketball in this city, they think about you?
It's super cool. You know, I came from, like I said, I came from Tucson Middle School, and I was never the best athlete, but I wanted to make sure that everybody knew how much I cared about basketball. So when I was given the opportunity to, I jumped at the opportunity and did whatever they wanted of me. And then staff and alumni, and just to understand that, like, hey, basketball, this was a rich basketball community back, and then now I've developed D1 talent basketball players, and girls have made the playoffs for 4 straight years, which hasn't been done since before I moved here. Part of that, and to have people come up to me in the local Walmart and the Safeways and tell me how good the girls are doing. And
Leaving the Coolidge district.
I don't. I've had, before I got the girls job, I had plenty of coaches. I think it's super cool to give back. I love the position that I am working here. Like, it's super happy. It's super comfortable. I get the support, and I get to grow everything from the ground up.
And how does that feel to be a part of that system that helps the growth and development?
From a camp that kids pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars for, and then I bring that same information down here, and I get to give it to the local kids for a year that could do that. And I think that's super cool.
Well, just fact that, I'll be honest, the fact that JC doesn't go to school here and she doesn't get the, but I know that she doesn't really, she doesn't really quite know what she wants to do athletically. I know that she's really big into cheer, but if I had the chance to have her.
Yeah, no, I've definitely, again, the buy-in is the first part. Once a kid understands that what they want to do and the ability more than you, it's very rare that they want it more than you, but it's such a cool feeling when they do. JC wanted a hoop. It'd be cool, because I know she's into cheer and stuff like that, but it's never too late to pick up basketball. Scared like it's going to hit me every time. I have no clue why.
It's because it's cloudy and it disappears after a while.
Daniel's going to catch it. You going to go to bat next?
Here in a minute.
It's
all right.
You let go. You kind of took a little bit of pepper off it.
You know what? I didn't need to force it over there.
Daniel's back after his stint in right field.
More like repeating what was going on in the alumni dugout.
Yeah, we didn't say it. I never say that. I have a lefty on the mound. It's cool to see, like, because, I mean,
some parents, if they start picking up a ball left-handed, they'll have them do that very often. But I mean, different.
I'm a switch hitter.
Switch hitter.
Just dingers both sides of the plate. My guy just third recorded Lady Bear to score 1,000 points.
Oh,
that's crazy.
We got the Garcia's.
Yeah, no, she's about to hit 1,000 career points, joining Miranda Moore and Brooklyn Pablo.
And
who holds the record?
The record is Miranda Moore.
Do you think that be broken, possibly?
Perhaps. Her unofficial total where she kept it herself is around 1,700, which would need some, but the development, of course, it could be hit easily.
For 1 and 2?
Yep.
Imagine that, 2 teammates chasing number 1, number 2, and then, you've seen the same thing like you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, no, that's.
So I saw you, but the Zins are in. Jacob Gomez up to bat again.
I knew that. I was right by accident.
Oh.
See? I flinched. It was nowhere near me, and I flinched.
Called strike. they're not the team that's going to be one and done. The problem with them is the same thing that a lot of other sports teams in there with is the same thing that the Cardinals are dealing with. It's just poor leadership.
Yeah.
It's penny pinching area where we just lost a hockey franchise. You cannot lose that engagement with the people of this area.
He said there's one of two things that are going to happen. He's either going yard or the bunt.
Let's see what we get out of the VB CEO.
10-3. He did it. Runners on first and third, but might as well be first and second because we know Daniel is stealing.
Actually, you're missing Aaron. Base is loaded out there.
Oh, I did the shirt. My bad. He did not wear in the black. Right, bases are loaded.
No pun intended.
And Eric is at bat. Base is loaded.
This does not look good for the team.
Oof.
Ooh.
Oof.
Big whiff there.
Bless you. God bless you. Oh, and they hit a batter in. Oh, he's hurt. He's hurt.
Somebody get a medic.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 250 career matches, and the one thing that beats him is a fastball on the end. For Garcia.
I don't think I'd let Daniel live down if he asked for somebody to pinch run for him.
Yeah, no, I definitely would. I'd probably call him. I'd change his name in my phone to pinch runner. And, oh, it's boom. Boom. Oh, yeah, that's mercy for the
First official hit.
Yeah, we do. Hey, I told everybody you were gonna bunt.
Gotta love the camaraderie here. You know, if he could still do that. Him saying it's a lost art. Ooh.
What was that sound?
That was of the handle. Just above the grip.
How'd it feel? You tired? He is done for the next 365 days. We'll see.
It is nothing but
No cardio? No cardio at home? No,
Chasing kids.
I'm about to say, I know in plenty shape. No
Twitter fingers go faster.
no wrestling matches with Coda?
Dude, that goes. He's the Hulk Hogan of wrestling. Right?
Oh, he don't want to lose.
That don't work for me, brother.
he don't lose. I don't like that finish.
Not losing to that one.
He's got to learn the art of storytelling.
Oh, that's what.
A
Nice
screamer
down
up
the line.
up the first base line. Greg. Oh man, this is getting bad.
And he is trotting those
he's-
bases.
I wouldn't even say he's. Oh, and it's it's a mercy double.
How did it look though? Gotta say.
Oh, look,
perfect.
dude, you could have done a better bunt if you wanted to. That's gorgeous. They definitely should have seen it coming.
What made it even good is that it came out of the shortstop's glove, so it was like, oh yeah, he's there.
What time is it?
Like
Oh
1:30.
shoot, I get ready to go.
Well, it was good having you, good sir.
I gotta get ready for my girls' game. I didn't think it was gonna last this long, but it's about to hit that mercy time. Thank you, gentlemen.
Oh,
Gentlemen. All right, sir. We'll see you. Love you guys.
Coach,
Love you guys.
love you too.
12 runs. Woo. Alumni's not playing around it.
Of getting those people to not be shy on the mic.
Yeah.
Or to put up a little bit of shyness so, so that we can keep our.
Got him.
He was stuck in third gear.
Today, right? That dirt
Soft?
and thick. Had to take one run away. So, we got 17. Excuse me, it should be 16. I'm sorry. 15. Because that run didn't count. Luis coming in again, probably to shut it down.
Oh, yeah, there's no chance of a comeback now.
You got to have faith, Luke. You got to have faith.
Come on. The boys in there know that I love them, but I'm being a realist here. Luis isn't taking the mound just to give them a chance here.
You think he's going to throw some meat a little bit?
I mean, you know, every great sandwich has a little bit of meat in the middle, but, yeah, he's not giving them anything easy.
So we move into the top of the 8th. A little behind here. I hope the scoreboard's been really helpful this year.
I hope so. I hope that the commentary has been good, or at least on par for what it was last year.
Well, you know what? You got to have fun with it.
Yeah, this is probably, like, I think our funnest game because it's the most lighthearted. Like, we don't have to – I mean, one, we don't come in with a lot of stats for both teams because one, you know, is fresh and the other one's very ripe, we'll say. And it's just fun to come out here, put the headsets on, you know, see some familiar faces, give out handshakes, some hugs, and it's fun. I enjoy this time of the year.
Oh, absolutely. And hopefully if they do get this internet situation out here, we can definitely come out and stream some games for sure.
Oh, yeah, maybe you're listening to a fixture of the Coolidge Bears baseball team right here, commentating on every game here in the neighborhood.
Oh, it looks like almost a Tim Wakefield, you know, RIP. Little knuckleball situation over here.
Well, I did say earlier that he wasn't going to make it easy. And knuckleball coming at that speed when you're expecting someone to yeet it at you, it's going to take a lot of practice to hold back.
Oh, definitely. But you know what? That's where you got to adjust as a hitter. And just you got to adjust as a hitter and, you know, be able to expect any situation. And that's where the growth of a team will show, is that it's going to be strike 3.
As he tries to beat it out, but the catcher gets one down.
Already 2.5 hours into this game, barely reaching the 8th. Normally a high score. We'll see what happens at the end of the 8th, though. And he is bringing it now.
That was not held back one bit. You said quit picking them.
Some great coaching right there from the alumni dugout. Coolidge team with the, you know, I don't think they have all their players out here today.
No.
Still some players that may make a return to the team, whether they're playing spring or winter sports, or you know what, gearing if they're gonna come out this year and be a Bear.
Mm-hmm. One player in particular, Riley Hamilton, on the sidelines, dealing with the recovery of having all 4 of his wisdom teeth removed.
Oh, there we go. And that's another big picture that they're going to have, another bat and, you know, another great piece in that infield for the Bears. So, and I know them wisdom teeth, man. I've had, I think, 2 or 3 pulled in one day, and that's not fun.
Yeah, it definitely does a lot to change your day, we'll say.
So 2 strikes on the batter. Luis looking to go through, make quick work of the Bears.
And does. Oh. It's 3 up, 3 down.
And we'll move to the bottom of the 8th with the Alumni in full control, 15-3. We'll be back.
We thought it was 3 outs.
And that's that shows triple A out here. 8th and into the gap for stand-up triple, his last up bat. But those are the ones right there, the off speeds that you never really, you got to know how to adjust to the. That's where it's all gonna come through for you.
Yeah, we talk a lot about Luis's speed and his power, but one great off-speed pitches like before.
Oh, almost got it to stay. Gonna be a 2 strikes on AAA for this one.
Talking to Coach Rico earlier, he said that Ethan is the lead. Patrick is more of the vocal piece. And looking back at it, he knew that Crushy, nobody will quite take the mantle that Crush had while he was behind the plate and in the dugout for the Bears.
Some of the alumni fans think that should be a change of the inning there.
They are pretty much tired of right now.
Trying to extend that lead to 20 maybe.
Maybe. I'm still dealing with recovering from an accident, but I am very close to picking up a bat for the
Cody up on the mound now.
Getting loose as we remove the sounds of the neighborhood.
So we're wanting to pick up around the neighborhood right here. It's going to be just a bit outside.
And if I'm not mistaken, I'd like to think that the game is actually
It's going to be in.
bobble on third.
And you got Maurice Glass coming up. And there is the strike. Oh, as Cody's going to almost get his head taken off by the catcher, thrown down to second. It's a great way to hit the man in the chest. He got the power, just about connecting with it. Mixed weather here today at the neighborhood.
I think it was a great euphemism to use that, as Cody's last name is also mixed.
There. I believe it's Drew who's up to bat. But see, I think that's what you need to see more from the Bears there, is that taking advantage of the delivery of the pitcher and being able to get extra bases. Full count.
Cody with the pitch, but it is high and inside. Ball 4.
DJ's up to bat. There it is. Nice. So we have officially hit 2 outs. The long out inning in high school baseball history.
We have reached the point.
Oh, we got a runner coming in. The Bears are going to add 1. Cutting the lead down to 11. Thought this was going to be a quick game. Got to get home for lunch, but we're hitting extra time here, getting paid overtime. At Coolidge High School at the neighborhood, as the Alumni is going to get the first win, now tied 1-1 in this series. We hope you all have been enjoying this 15-4 Alumni Loop. Thank you for joining. Monteverdi, running the cam, little commentary. Coach Rico, good luck to the Bears this season.
Everybody for joining us, not only here at the field, but on YouTube as well. Take it easy.
Yes, sir, and thank you all for joining the SOAZVB Network. Please like and subscribe, as we're going to be trying to jump out to a couple games, maybe depending on the internet situation, try to broadcast a couple games and see what is going on here in Pinal County this year. So good luck to everybody, and we'll see you on the next one.